Hello and welcome back to 24/7 mode. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. April 29th, Raw in Omaha.
It's bigger than both of us, baby. This crazy world just wasn't made for the likes of us.
Oh my God.
What's so funny? Nobody can work with crap like this. Let's see you try.
This isn't about you, and it isn't about me. This is bigger than both of us, baby.
Oh shit, that thing exploded.
Actor to actor.
Jab would say bring it on. Aren't I heal? The text, you know? That was a long time ago.
Are you off your fucking meds or something?
Grammable. People champ.
With Backlash behind us, the build to vengeance begins tonight. This is Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and it sounds like some of our superstars are looking to become movie stars.
Well, that's sports entertainment for you, but you can't ignore the competitive aspect of this business.
You certainly can, especially when it rears its head during an audition.
And tonight, two of our aspiring movie stars will get to blow off some steam in the ring. I can't wait.
Oh, CM Punk. The All Elite CM Punk.
There's a lot of buzz about how good this superstar's audition was earlier this week.
He might have delivered a great screen test, JR, but he'd better be able to deliver a great match tonight.
Carlito.
Apparently, his screen test left a little something to be desired, and that could
Spit in the
impact
face.
his in-ring career.
People don't want to be cool.
Absolutely. In this business, your ability to entertain the crowd is just as important as your athletic ability.
You eat spit, Carlito? Ooh, Rey Mysterio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raw Action, coming to you live from Omaha, Nebraska. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
Omaha couldn't be more excited to host Raw tonight. and we couldn't be any more excited to be here.
You can say that again, King. This capacity crowd has given us a great welcome, and I'm sure Raw superstars will show their appreciation for that. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. Watch out! He reversed it!
I tell you, King, sometimes I don't think he's climbing up there for the view.
That's the face. Oh, balls! Oh,
Jeff Hardy's aerial
Thank
offense is amazing,
Ed.
but if you can...
There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
get up.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
He countered that one perfectly. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR.
You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle.
I don't understand why you like Carlito so much, JR. What, did he lie to you and tell you that you were cool or something?
I've never been accused of being cool by Carlito or anyone else, King. Quite frankly, I'm not sure I'd know cool if it bit me on my Oklahoma Sooner backside.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way. He's climbing up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. He went straight for the pin. No flies on him.
I don't think that these superstars have even cut.
He's going up. This could backfire.
Yo, Jack Knight.
For over a decade, WWE fans have been thrilled by the daredevil antics
Come on,
of
Wrench.
Jeff Hardy.
And you'd think that after all this time, Jeff might think about slowing down a little.
Well,
That seems
I
highly
thought you could like reach
unlikely
across
to me.
half the
Jeff
ring in
isn't going to
the
let his fans down by giving less
in this game.
than 100%. These top rope moves are always difference makers for better or worse. I've had many opportunities to see Carlito up close and in person, and I have to tell you, I'm impressed with what this kid brings to the table.
What's that exactly? A bunch of half-chewed apples? What's so cool about that?
I tell you what's cool, King, and that's the charisma and athletic ability of this second-generation superstar.
Sorry, JR, but I just don't see it. Maybe they'll get it right with... He's climbing the turnbuckle. What's he up to?
Hell yeah, I like Jeff Hardy. One of my favorite superstars.
Rope break. Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure.
Hey, you don't
No
like
matter
him?
how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body...
Look out! There he goes!
Whisper in the wind! How does he make that look so easy?
Oh, fuck.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these rope
This
break.
could be a
Hit the wrong
pinfall.
button.
Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. Can his opponent kick out of this pinning predicament? 2, 3.
Yes.
It's
Oh, you do like Jeff Hardy. Cool. Not so good anymore, though. It's kind of getting old. Good choices, actually. They're both great. AJ Styles is still phenomenal. Speaking of John Cena, he lost. Oh, Stephanie, what does she want?
Hi there, it's Stephanie McMahon. Listen, despite the way it ended, I was very impressed with your audition. You might have the it factor we're looking for. We'll be evaluating your performances over the next several weeks before making
Well, he's still
our final
good.
decision.
He's just not as good as he was when he's younger. Okay, cool.
You think you're supposed to be bad or something? You're a joke. And you're lucky I didn't decide to teach you a lesson right there. But I'm saving a performance like that for Raw. When all the cameras are on Carlito.
We just weren't on Raw. Okay. Oh, yeah, this shit. Oh. Ew. I guess. How did minus 40% fatigue? How does that take fatigue and have a massage? Just invade the show. It's not my brother, I would. Oh, Jeff's brother. What do you feel about Matt Hardy now? I don't watch too much AEW myself. So.
The following contest is scheduled. And the opponent
The Book of Man.
from
Oh, it was before he turned into Grandpa Kane. Actually, way before.
Tonight's SmackDown's going to bring down the house in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside.
And I'm so fired up for tonight's show, I can't wait.
Neither can I, and I'm sure these Salt Lake fans can't either, so let's get this show on the road. I think these fans have had just about enough of King Booker.
That's because these fans have no respect for his accomplishment. Don't forget, he's a 5-time WCW champion.
WCW was a long time ago, partner, and quite frankly, Booker's attitude was a lot better in those days.
Yeah? Well, his attitude won him the World Heavyweight Championship here on
Yeah, I agree with that. I still do like Matt, but
fans in the world couldn't do for him.
I don't know how big of. I didn't really like that broken gimmick, but it was different, I guess.
Wow, great reversal. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
Okay, I'm
We
leaving.
knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE.
Night after night, this superstar is
Yeah, I'm
all
definitely.
fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake and we're gonna see that fire put out pronto. No disrespect, but when is Matt Hardy just gonna pack it in and call it a day?
I don't think you're ever going to see that from Matt Hardy. He's simply got too much passion and determination.
I love Booker's attitude. He doesn't care what the fans think. I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there.
He may get the 3 count right here. 2.
I'm gonna say that can't be it.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. He's looking to finish this off right here.
Yeah, twist of fate.
The twist of fate.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
What the hell was that?
This has been a great match.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Here's the pin.
1, 2. I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match and the fans are definitely into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
I don't know why I didn't recognize Bradshaw's voice there.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as... Look at him, he's just radiating confidence. And he's got a lot to be confident about.
He looks a little overconfident to me. This could come back to bite him. He dodged that bullet. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are
Figure
trained
eight.
WWE superstars. And even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years.
I don't think there's a superstar on the roster with as much drive and determination as Matt
That
Hardy,
doesn't
and these
leave,
fans
no.
certainly react to that.
Yeah, well, they might react even better
Yeah,
to
you're
a
right.
win every now and then, if you ask me.
That was actually pretty good
Well,
feud. I'm not
excuse
gonna lie.
me,
It's
but I
that
didn't.
Instead of
2010,
pandering to the fans, you should
09.
really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
Man, this crowd is really swelling
Oh, I
this
can't believe
guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now. You know, I liked Booker a lot better before he discovered his royal heritage.
Yeah, but it wasn't until he stopped caring about the fans that he finally won the World Heavyweight Championship.
What's the point of being champion if you lose the respect of the WWE fans? Oh, wait, I think I'm asking the wrong person. Great reversal. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle. Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
I'm trying to hit him.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum. Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
Isn't there DQ in this match?
Now there's a superstar with... My God, would you look at that. Talk about a crimson mask.
It's unfortunate, but you always run that risk in a match like this.
Unfortunate? What are you talking about? This is great. It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Yeah, this is kind of boring.
Really? Maybe I should
Yeah,
look
the
into
ring.
that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up, and you're going to find out exactly how tough it is to do this job with your jaw wired shut.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind.
There isn't an ounce of quit in these superstars.
There certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end. Look at this! You don't often see a superstar's own finishing move used against them like this. He could pin his opponent right here.
2, 3.
Watching these superstars.
Okay. Wait, Helms beat Kane? Good job. I got more popular for that. Oh, okay, I get it. When it says plus fatigue, that's when I get more fatigue. Okay, that makes sense. Down to the final cut. What, another Marine movie?
superstar who wants to prove to WWE Films that he's a superior athlete. So I'm putting you two in a match this week. You've got your work cut out for you. He's no stranger to championship gold, so be ready.
Charleston, West Virginia. Give me my food. Metro. Morrison Elite, whatever you want to know. No, sadly, that's not how it works. Not in this game, anyway.
Less than 2 months remain until Vengeance. It's good old JR Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler at ringside. And the battle to determine WWE Films' next leading man continues tonight.
And this is one superstar who's got to prove that he's the real deal, in and out of the ring.
It looks to me like he's ready to do just that, King.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if that's the truth, or if he's just acting.
Oh, Randall's changed a lot since then.
This match is born out of a rivalry over a movie role. But there's more on the line than whose name winds up on the marquee.
Who's dead?
That's right. Only the top superstars star in a WWE Films project. And if you weren't a main eventer before, you sure will be.
No, Shad's gone. No, JTG is alive still. It's Shad that's gone. I think JTG still wrestles, but yeah, Shad gassed right around. Was that last year? Just before the world broke.
He's done just about everything there is to do as Intercontinental Champion, with several title reigns to his credit.
And this might be his chance to take the next step in his career.
Didn't mean to skip that. The Nature Boy! Oh, Carlito's with the odds.
Come on. He's not even supposed to be involved in this match.
I think someone's angling for a little more screen time.
And I don't think his rival appreciates the interference.
I'm sure he doesn't. Not after what they did to each other last week.
It looks like he's heading backstage. But I wonder if we've seen the last of him tonight.
I wouldn't bet on it. He's not about to let someone else steal his thunder.
She just went into the hall. Oh yeah. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. It was like crazy. I couldn't believe it. It was I heard he was sick, but not like that bad, like that he had like a cold or whatever. It sounded like he had a cold, but I didn't know he was that sick.
Competitor, but tag team action is where he really shines.
Not to take away from the Hardys' multiple tag team title reigns, but Jeff has also enjoyed great solo success as a European, hardcore, and intercontinental champion.
Why do you always have to ruin a perfectly good argument by bringing facts into it?
The impressive Johnny Nitro has certainly proven himself as a tag team competitor as well as a singles competitor.
Hold on a second, JR. Every time I've heard you mention Nitro in the past, you've complained about it. You can't have it both ways.
I've complained about Nitro's attitude, that's true. But that's no reflection on his athletic ability, which is considerable in my view.
I'm not trying to keep doing this.
This could be big.
He countered that and made it look easy.
There's the pin.
1, 2.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late. Watch out! He reversed it! If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
It's great to hear the fans come alive every time Jeff Hardy sets foot in the ring.
Yeah, but I could do without all of his shrieking female fans.
Well, it sounds like someone's a little jealous. I'm sure you wouldn't mind nearly as much if they were shrieking at you. I don't know how much more these superstars have in their tank, King. I think they might be running on fumes here. I don't think Johnny Nitro's winning over any fans here tonight.
Nitro's not worried about impressing the fans, JR. He doesn't need to try. Have you ever seen him outside the ring without a beautiful woman on his arm?
Well, I'm glad that Nitro's so successful with the ladies. But last I knew, that wasn't the way to rise through the ranks of the WWE. This is a risky move. It could prove to be disastrous.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not, we could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
2.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, Jay.
That's a short climb, but a potentially long fall.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even
Well, I don't really remember it. I was like,
as to
when
who's
it
gonna win
happened,
this
but
thing.
What? Have you got both
I've
your
seen that
contacts in
clip
one eye,
like
JR?
thousands
It's
of
been obvious
times.
to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
That Hell in a Cell was
No
just
way.
nuts, though.
I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
WWE's traveled to just about every country, and Jeff Hardy's got fans in every single one.
Oh, he's a one-of-a-kind phenomenon, no doubt about it.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match...
Kind of funny when Terry Funk fell through the, or when Taker threw him through the cell or whatever, the shoes came off.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of... There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
I think the thing that impresses me most about Nitro is his confidence. Wouldn't you say so, JR?
Well, you could call it confidence, but I call it cockiness. And as far as I'm concerned, his daddy should have taken him to the woodshed once or twice more than he did.
That's your answer to everything, JR. Take him to the woodshed. What kind of advice is that?
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the
I don't
number
think
one
it
brand.
That shit really don't.
You've got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars.
I needed that,
perform
Carlito. Thanks.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home
Why does
until
he reverse
this match
everything?
is settled once and for all. This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these...
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district.
This could be a pinfall.
1, 2.
There's the reversal.
Of course it was.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars
He's going up. But what's he going to do when he gets there?
1, 2.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very
3.
ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other
You know
are
some of
going
my
to be
shit,
solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again.
I'm not so sure this one's about winning or losing anymore. I think it's become more personal than that.
Oh boy, this is going to be big.
Whisper in the wind. And that might have given him the edge in this matchup.
1, 2, 3.
That was a good fight.
I tell you, King, I've got...
he has certainly won over the fans tonight.
And when you're the last man left standing in the ring, that's a point in your favor.
This makes me wonder if his two opponents were working together from the start.
I don't know. It could just be a case of having a common enemy.
Well, they certainly have one in this man. His charisma is simply off the charts.
All the more reason for a little bit of team effort, if you know what I'm saying.
They're just gonna keep running this back. Carlito beat Triple H. Like that would ever happen in real life. Yeah. No, I'm reading that. Oh. Phone call. Hey there, tough guy. Here's the deal. Your match tomorrow is about more than just a movie role. Nitro has been very impressive with his multiple Intercontinental Championship reigns. I'm thinking about moving him up in the contender rankings. If you don't want him to pass you by, you better impress me. I just beat him in your match with him. Did I miss that? Oh.
Just so you know, I had nothing to do with what happened last week. I don't need help taking you out, and I don't want help. You might have been physically attacked, but my reputation was attacked too, and I just can't afford that right now.
Okay, what is this? What did I put down? This guy's a crazy motherfucker. You know. I like how there's a crowd there that's silent. I forgot about this. Gooey paper. Oh. If I hit the wrong something about oh, dog come. I'm gonna jab shit up. Get up. That's over. Who's that says it? Shitty. Trophy date, why not? That's nice.
We still haven't decided who our leading man will be, but I thought you should know that the superstar who interfered in your match last week is back in the running. I'm sure you're not happy about that, but he created a lot of buzz for himself with that stunt.
Handicap? I think that's fair.
Welcome to Raw, where we're just over a month away from Vengeance. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler at ringside. And tonight we've got a main event. That's 2 rematches in 1.
That's right, JR. A triple threat match between our 3 would-be movie stars.
And there are rumors going around that 2 of them are working together.
That doesn't make any sense.
Part 4.
They're all going for the same thing. Why would any of them help a rival?
I don't think they'd be doing sit-ups on the cement floor like that. Just saying.
He's demonstrated his superior charisma and physical skills for several weeks, and they'll be on display again here tonight.
And for his sake, they'd better be at their peak, because you know Stephanie McMahon's watching this match very closely.
Yeah, that's good. It was Shad, but yeah.
There's a lot of speculation that this superstar might be one half of a conspiracy against WWE Films' likely leading man.
That's ridiculous. Both members of that so-called conspiracy denied anything like that was going on.
He might have behaved unethically when he interfered last week, but it did get him back into the running for the WWE Films project.
I can see Carlito
And
in a
that's
buddy
all that
cop
matters.
film.
When the stakes are this high, the ends definitely
know
justify the
why.
means.
Nothing beats Sting. I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Viejo desgraciado. Oye.
I've had many opportunities to see Carlito up close, and
The quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think
Divide
he's
and
making
conquer.
it clear that he refuses to be intimidated.
2, 3,
Jeff Hardy's a great singles competitor, but tag team action is where he really shines.
1.
Not to take
Okay, I
away
couldn't
from
defend
Hardy's
that.
multiple tag
That's-
team title reigns, but
Two.
Jeff has also enjoyed great solo success as a European,
3.
hardcore, and intercontinental champion.
Why do you always have to ruin a perfectly good argument by bringing fact?
How do you change direction? Oh, that's helpful.
into it?
5.
You can look at any
6.
professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athlete. You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No, but having the crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline pumping.
2. 3.
If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
4.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know. And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars
6.
never ignore their fans.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents
7.
instead of giving them time to recover. Oh, here we go. What a jerk. How about continuing the match?
I don't think he's in any hurry to end this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either.
There's the reversal. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long, that that would be no easy feat. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw... Oh, no! The referee's been knocked out! This can't be good!
Are you kidding? Now anything goes. It doesn't get any better than that, JR.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it.
Boy, it must burn you up to see a cocky young superstar like Nitro do so well here in the WWE, JR. This is a mistake, JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars matches.
That might be true, King, but all I see is a very confident superstar who's got everything going his way.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them...
Look at this, JR. You talk about old school, a grinding forearm to the face.
That's a time-tested method of inflicting excruciating pain on your opponent. And it's only gotten more brutal with age. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye,
I
JR?
couldn't find me a
It's
partner.
been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also
Thank you.
full of horse manure, as far as I can tell. We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you could come down that hurt. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. What? You can't blame the superstars for looking under the ring for weapons. Anything you find under there can be a huge help.
Oh.
What?
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to
come
have some
on.
excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a
Get out
moving
here,
car.
Carlito. Come
Oh,
on.
that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
3.
Look at the confidence radiating off this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up. I don't understand why you like Carlito so much, JR. What, did he lie to you and tell you that you were cool or something?
I've never been accused of being cool by Carlito or anyone else, King. Quite frankly, I'm not sure I'd know cool if it bit me on my Oklahoma Sooner backside. This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the
Okay, John, sure.
resiliency of these superstars, his opponent's down, and now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
He's going to have to eat those words by the end of this
No,
match,
woman.
JR. Man, is there even going to be...
The referee is out, King. Will we see someone take advantage?
I'd be disappointed in them if they didn't, JR. This is a great opportunity.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. Oh, no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
Okay, moving.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where
These fans love confidence in their superstars, and that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match.
6.
WWE's traveled.
Show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly give you the edge. He's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his breath.
1.
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district.
1. 1.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King.
4.
And that's why I'm bringing the pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
5. 6.
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit to see Nitro taken down a peg or 3 here tonight.
What have you got against Nitro, JR? He's young, he's talented, he's good looking. Oh, wait, I think I just answered my own question.
I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all. Oh my, he's bleeding! That's an unfortunate side effect of this very physical competition.
An unfortunate side effect? JR, this is what it's all about.
Oh, come
Beating
on.
your opponent to a pulp.
I'd like to think there's a little bit more to it than that, King. These are professional athletes, not street thugs. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this
I'm breaking up
intensity
early.
week after week after week.
It's not...
I did my best.
It was a damn setup from the start. They were working together.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. They sure had me fooled.
And for the first time, this superstar leaves the match looking like he got the worst of it.
And that's not going to do his reputation any favors.
Who would have thought that the competition would be this vicious for a movie role?
It's not just a movie role. It's money, power,
Yeah.
prestige. The only things that matter.
I almost had him. Oh, JTGB Mango. Okay.
Man, I jumped you during a match, and now I might be a movie star? That's definitely cool. Now all I gotta do is embarrass you two losers on Raw this week. And Carlito's going all the way to the top.
Okay, triple threat match.
Listen, I didn't mean to put you in a handicap match like that, and I'm not happy about being played for a fool either. I'm bringing in someone to help you teach those two a lesson. He's a WWE and Hollywood legend. If you smell
The Rock. So we'll take it easy. Oh, do it all your time. When I had one pad there.
Yes, WWE Films is in fact considering a buddy movie for our next project. I can't condone their actions, but those two superstars certainly are electrifying. Speaking of electrifying, I've heard the rumors about your partner. If you two have the right chemistry, we might have found our leading men.
Didn't they say he'd be good in the buddy cop movie?
Don't get cocky about our match this week. I don't need anyone's help taking you out of the picture. My partner's taking care of our business in Hollywood this week, and I'm gonna take care of our business in the ring.
No DQ. Oh, cool. Smacking around for a little bit. Seen him, Kyrie, Chad, and Emmanuel, Jeff, and Nitro, JCG, and Kenny.
We are 1 month away from vengeance. This is the old Oklahoma Sooner Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler. And tonight, it's all about revenge.
That's right. Last
The
week, this
Carlito
wannabe
Walker.
leading man got sucker punched by the competition.
And that may have hurt his chances of earning that WWE Films contract.
It sure could have. Who's gonna buy a ticket to see a movie starring a loser?
After secretly conspiring against his opponent last week, I'd love to see him get some payback here tonight.
Well, with his partner at that meeting in Hollywood, we just might see it.
A little behind you.
Now wait a damn minute. He's not even supposed to be here tonight.
He got him again. That's 2 weeks in a row.
My gosh, what a vicious assault. What's gotten into him?
Simple. He wants to make an impact and become the most famous face on Raw.
He's made an impact, all right. A sickening impact that may have left his victim unable to compete.
And he might have messed up those movie star looks, too.
Elijah Burke. I wonder if he's still wrestling. You said no DQ match.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it. You can't blame the superstars for looking under the ring for weapons. Anything you find under there can be a huge help. Jeff Hardy's a great singles competitor, but tag team action is where he really shines.
Not to take away from the Hardys' multiple tag team title reigns, but Jeff has also enjoyed great solo success as a European, hardcore, and intercontinental champion.
Why do you always have to ruin a perfectly good argument by bringing facts into it? He's bringing the hammer down, JR.
He sure is, and the longer he holds that sledgehammer, the uglier it's going to get. And what a slumber knocker of a shot with that sledgehammer.
That'll rearrange your facial features for sure, JR.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now. My God, a thunderous blow from that sledgehammer.
Man,
if I live to be 100, I'll never understand why they leave so many damn weapons under the ring. It's almost like they want the superstars to use them on each other.
Dude. 3.
I don't think Johnny Nitro's winning over any fans here tonight.
Nitro's not worried about impressing the fans, JR. He doesn't need to try. Have you ever seen him outside the ring without a beautiful woman on his...
Good Lord, what an impact!
That's the way to do it. Keep going.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? Oh, boy. This is going to be big.
Whisper in the wind. And that might have given him the edge in this matchup.
1, 2.
What's your finisher, kid, so I can go over there and poop?
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body... Did you see that? That's going to leave a mark.
I think that's the whole idea, King.
He sure is putting that thing to good use, JR.
I don't know if I'd call it good use, King, but it's definitely an advantage.
There's all sorts of crazy stuff under the ring, and all of it can inflict a lot of damage on an opponent.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a
Thank
look.
you.
Look out! There he goes!
Whisper in the wind. How does he make that look so easy? Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it.
Hit the hat trick. That's gotta be
Slippery.
it.
He's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
2.
What? Am I not meant to win, maybe?
WWE fans have been thrilled by the daredevil antics of Jeff Hardy.
Oh, man! Did you hear that chair shot, JR?
I'd be surprised if there was a single person in this arena who didn't, King.
Look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig!
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I'll tell you
Four
what,
of them.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit to see.
4. Yet he was wrestling on SmackDown. So I'd point that out.
I don't know what he was thinking, trying to compete after that assault.
He must have gotten the sense knocked out of him.
And his opponent sure seems happy with himself.
Why shouldn't he? He pulled a fast one on all of us and might have taken his rival out of the running.
Did win the match,
I
right?
hope that WWE Films would pass him over for the role just because he was ambushed.
They might. Nobody's gonna cast a whipping boy as the hero of their movie.
Shuts down the body act.
You don't really think our general manager's gonna get you that partner he promised you, do you? Everyone knows what he's talking about. And you're not cool enough for the great one to waste his time on.
Yeah. Do a charity event. Oh, Vengeance is going up. Somehow I don't think it's gonna be The Rock. I can't remember what happened, but upside interview, that's cool.
get together on Raw. After your chief rival no-showed our meeting, I'm certainly looking for a good excuse not to do business with him. I hope you'll give me one.
Without further ado, let me introduce you to your new partner.
Oh.
Hey there, kid. My man here tells me you got some trouble that the old hot rod can help you out with. Well,
It's a good partner.
girl man, kick ass, but I give up. So now I can kick twice as much ass.
And the two of
What would you
you
even call
are going
this
to get the
team?
chance to do just that in a match against the tag team champion.
Title?
Non-title.
Good enough. Come on, kid. Man, you have no...
What? No, lucky. Most important in the world.
Less than 1 month remains until vengeance. Good evening,
That's your
everybody.
partner.
Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler at ringside. And tonight, a true WWE legend returns to the ring.
That's right. Rowdy Roddy Piper's here as a favor to our general manager.
It's always great to see Hot Rod in action, King. But I have to admit, he's not the legend I expected to see.
What do you mean, JR? Who'd you think the GM was talking about?
The Rock.
Well, our general manager got him a legend for a partner, just like he promised. But I have to admit, I was expecting someone else.
Are you serious? I knew exactly who the GM had in mind all along. I just didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Few superstars ever attained the legendary heights that this man has reached. A WrestleMania headliner, a bona fide movie star.
And he can raise hell like nobody else. Let's not forget that.
Yo, 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 yo.
I just want to mention again that the Tag Team Championship is not on the line in tonight's match.
No, but a win over the tag team champs would establish anyone as a tag team to be reckoned with.
And they have them come out together.
Yo, 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 yo. The champions don't have to worry about losing their title tonight, but their opponents could make a big impact with a win.
And no disrespect intended, but if their opponents are half as good as they look on paper, the champs have their work cut out for them.
What you gonna do? We're bringing the hood to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big Raw welcome from Cheese Country, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
These Milwaukee fans are incredible, JR. I've never seen a crowd as fired up as this one is here tonight.
That's because they know they're about to see the greatest superstars in sports entertainment, King, the superstars of Raw.
Looks like he's tagging in his partner. Watch out! He reversed it! I can't tell if these people love Piper or hate him or love to hate him, JR.
He stirs up some very complex emotions, that's for sure. No matter how you feel about him, you got to respect Roddy Piper.
Boy, there's not a lot of finesse to Shad's style, is there?
Not at all. And that hasn't been much of a detriment to this big brawler from Brooklyn. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up Dave.
His opponent's out, and he's looking to finish this.
Oh boy, look at this, King.
That was too easy. Sorry, JTG.
I don't know if you'd say that the challengers have screen presence, but they certainly had ring presence.
That's for sure. That was a huge win over the tag team champions.
I'm sure the champs were embarrassed by that loss, but at least they kept the title.
Yeah, but it's tough to recover from an embarrassment like that.
I can only imagine that the challengers must have impressed Stephanie McMahon tonight.
They impressed me, that's for sure. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll go to next week, and then I think I'm gonna call her. The photo shoot. Look at that show invasion. Or other brand invasion.
Somebody told me what those two jokers were saying about each other on the WWE.com. You see what? They're already feeling the heat from the old hot rod. You're lucky you got me on your side, kid. If you didn't have me, you'd have a goat.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Nice talking to you, Jack Knight. If you enjoyed it, as always, let me hear about it. Have a good one. Hashtag join the army.